Hello fashion lovers, this is a request tutorial for ADBC. To know how to take the across front and the across back measurement and the formula to use in case you omitted such measurements, okay? Whatever your client's armhole measurement is, measure the midpoints as seen. You can see what I'm doing. I'm measuring from the shoulder down to the midpoint of the armhole measurement. So it is at this point you place your tape roll across like this. From this end of this part of the armhole, you take it across to the other end of the armhole. Okay, so it is at this point you take your measurement for the across front. Now whatever you get is what you use as your across front measurement. Now this measurement you need to divide it by 2 because the fabric is going to be unfold. So for example, for this mannequin I got 12 inches, and that 12 inches I'm going to divide by 2 will give me 6. I'm gonna add ½ inch to it. Now for the back I'm going to do the same thing I did to the front. From that point I'll take the across back measurement. Now whatever you get here you also divide by 2 because fabric is going to be unfold. Okay, the fabric is going to be unfold, and you add your ½ inch to it. So if here you got whatever you get, you divide by 2, you add ½ inch. But I want to quickly chip something in here. What happens if you forgot to take this across front and the across back measurement? How do you go about it? Let's assume you forgot to take this particular measurement on your client. Anyway, you don't need to worry because the formula is here. So all you need to do from your shoulder, so I'm going to turn the mannequin to the front right now. So from your shoulder, from this point of your shoulder, let me turn it properly. Okay, so from your shoulder, from one part of your shoulder to the other part of your shoulder, that's this point to the other end of your shoulder, you measure it. So whatever you get for this mannequin is 14 inches. Now because it is 14 inches, I am going to deduct 2 inches from my shoulder measurement. So 14 minus 2, I will have 12 inches. So it's the same thing I'm going to get if I had measured my client across front measurement. Okay, so 12 inches. Now these 12 inches I will further divide it by 2 because the fabric is going to be unfold, just like I said earlier on. So after dividing it by 2, 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 plus ½ inch, I'll have 6.5. So for this person and this mannequin, I'm going to measure 6.5 inches for the across front. Now to get the formula for the across back measurement is the same thing, just like I said with the front measurements. The essence of taking across front measurement is to eradicate excess fabric. You can see excess fabric around this region, because sometimes you notice your clients, you see some tailors after sewing, there will be gathering of fabric around the armhole region. It will not allow the fabric to lay flat and smooth on the person there because there's excess of fabric around that region. It is important to eradicate excess fabric so as to avoid puckery around that region. So the same way I have done this is the same way I'm going to do the back. So for the back, the formula for the back is just to get your shoulder measurement, same shoulder measurements, and deduct 1 inch only. The reason we are deducting only 1 inch from the back is because the back shouldn't be deepened that much like we did at the front part. Okay, so 14 minus 1, that will give us 13 inches. So 13 divided by 2, that will give us 6.5. 6.5, I'm gonna add half inch to it, that will give me 7 inches. So what this means is that the across front measurement for this mannequin is going to be 6.5 for the front and 7 inches for the back. This is the standard measurement for taking your across front and across back measurements, just in case you forgot to take your client's measurements. ADBC, my darling subscriber, I hope with this illustration of mine you'll be able to understand the importance and how to take these important measurements. See you in my next tutorial. It's bye for now. Bye bye.